Welcome back to APinkeClothlife, where we talk about budgeting, cash stuffing, and making money work harder for you, even if you're working on a low income budget. So if you're feeling stressed out about credit card debt, student loans, any kind of debt, then this video is for you. And me. It's for both of us. Yeah. So today I'm going to be sharing 5 powerful tips to pay off debt when you don't have a lot of money. And I'll also walk you through 2 popular methods, which is the Avalanche method and then the Snowball method, to help you figure out which one might be the best for you. Oh, now before we jump in, I need you guys to comment and let me know, what is your biggest debt goal right now? I know, come on, make sure you comment, because I know a lot of us do have some debt goals that we have. So are you tracking credit cards? Are you tracking student loans? Or is it something else that you are trying to pay off, which is considered debt? Y'all know me. Your girl would love to cheer you on. Woohoo! Yeah! Yeah! Okay. All right, so let's go ahead, hop right into it. So the first tip of paying debt off, especially with low income, is to know what your numbers are. So you're saying, how am I going to do that? List them out, write them out. You can either way, list or write. Whatever it is, get out a piece of paper, even if you want to do it on a spreadsheet. I'm typing right now. List them out, write them out, type them out, keyboard them out, walk it out. All right. You're doing this, you need to list every debt that you have, every single debt. Write down your total balances of each. Include the minimum monthly payment. Don't forget to put that interest rate in there, because I feel like the interest rate will get your attention. Yeah, it'll get your attention. So I use the budget sheets that's in my budget planner, which I will be showing you right here. This is what I use to pay off debt, to keep my mind fresh. This is not the actual worksheet that I do my workout on, but I do have a pad that I do where I can put extra payments, and if I get like refunds, or if there's like a fee for if something happens and I'm late, I can actually have that and put that down. So that is what this pad is for. So you don't have to have a special worksheet. You don't have to have a special notebook. You just write it down on a piece of paper, because this information is for you. This information is to get you started so that you will know your numbers. And what you want to do is pretty much, like I said, that interest rate will get your attention. You need to highlight that interest rate in red, because whoop whoop, it is red. It's a red. And if you're not the paper girl or the paper guy, go ahead, put it in a spreadsheet and do it on your laptop or your desktop. Or if you have your iPad, put it in there, do it electronically. Now, I know that this part can be very, and feel very scary. Yes, it can be. But the thing about that is that you cannot tackle what you don't see. How are you handling it if you don't know what's going on? Once you have it all written down and you get over that then you'll feel like you have more control over the situation. So let me know, comment, have you already written down your debts, or is that going to be your first step after you watch this video? After you watch it to the end, you can still write down this. I hope you have a piece of paper so you can kind of jot some little tips and notes down, because like I told you, this video is for you, okay? Now let's go to tip number 2. You gotta pick your strategy. Are you gonna do the snowball method, or are you gonna do the avalanche method? Which one is it? So let's start off first by talking about the snow. So you focus on paying off your smallest debts first, while making minimum payments on the rest of your cards, the rest of your debt. So once the smallest debt is gone, you're gonna roll that payment to the next smallest debt. So you're gonna just snowball it, roll it on over. And this will give you quick wins and that motivation, y'all. and that motivation. Now, the Avalanche method is where you focus on the debt with the highest rate. Usually that will be your credit cards, because them credit cards can go to 29.99, 27.99, 22.99, 23.99, 21.99, and also 10.99. It's always 99. Always. And while you're doing that, while you're making the minimum payments on the rest of your cards or the debt that you have. And this is the one that will save you the most money with interest over time. So you have to pick, how do they say it? You got to pick your battles. So think of it like this. Snowball equals motivation. Avalanche equals math savings. Now for low incomes, I would suggest to use the snowball method. That's what I would actually do. And then once you have the momentum, switch it over to the avalanche method. So if you start off with the snowball method, you don't have to keep doing the snowball method the whole time. This is your budget. This is your debt, your credit cards that you need to pay off, your money that you need to save. So you can switch it up. You can switch, go back and forth. It's totally up to you. You just make it work for how it will work for you. All right, so let me know. Oh, this is a lot of let me know in the comments. 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 But yeah, but honestly, let me know in the comments, are you team snowball or are you team avalanche? Let me know. Me, team snowball. Now, let's find what number tip 3 is, which is find extra money, even if you're on a low income. So this is where the creativity comes in. This is where the creativity juices starts to flow in. There are ways to free up money and put extra to debt. The thing about it is you just have to figure it out, and sometimes you just have to think outside the box. And what may work for this person over here may not be the same thing that'll work for you. So you have to come to your senses and see what you have going on and make it work for you. And once you figure out what it is that you can do, that's when you pour in everything and you make it work, okay? So let it be something that it's for you, and something that if all possible, make it that is something that you enjoy. Now, it's not going to always be something that you enjoy, but try to make it something that you enjoy. So as we always say, you can always sell used items. You can sell it on Mercari. You can sell it on the Facebook Marketplace. You can sell it on Poshmark. You can sell it on eBay. You can even sell it at your local flea market. You can do a yard sale every Saturday at your house. Or if your neighborhood is having one of those neighborhood, just keep an eye out for one of those where everybody in the whole neighborhood picks a day and everybody sets out all of the stuff that they don't use, and and just put your stuff out there and see what happens and see if you can sell stuff. Another thing is, might not like this one, pick up extra shifts or an extra side job. A lot of people do DoorDash. A lot of people do Uber, Lyft, and a lot of people do DoorDash. And also, if you can, create a small side hustle business for yourself that will bring in enough income so that you can add money to extra debt that you have, so you can see those balances go down. Another thing is, what we all do is use cashback apps and apps that you can get rewards for. When you get those apps, you can take those things and you can put it back towards debt. Okay, so if you go, like, let's take Fetch Reward for example. Oh, hey Tina, I'm getting a Walmart card for groceries. Okay, so when you have that Walmart card, say like if you have over 1 million points, we're just going to use it for example, have 1 million points and it said you can get a $100 gift card. Okay, yeah, grab that gift card, that $100 that you were going to put into that envelope for your groceries, you have that money on that card. So that is just, it's the same thing. So the Walmart card that you have, that you normally go to Walmart to get groceries, or me, I go to Kroger's, I just get a Kroger gift card, use that $100 gift card, and I can take that liquid cash and I can just put that towards a credit card, put that towards a loan. I can put that towards a student loan if that's what it is. So just kind of think outside of the box. Think of little things that you can do. And I know that seems like it's simple, but sometimes when we have all kind of things going on, we don't really think about things like that. And that was just something simple, but I'm sure there's probably somebody out there watching this video saying, dang, Tina, thanks. I didn't even think about that. It's somebody. If you don't feel ashamed, if you are that somebody, let me know in the comments. Let me know it was you. Let me know. Okay. Well, I do have an emoji that has like a hand with some money. I was going to say, raise that hand up with the money in it and tell me it's you. Okay. The other thing is to take part in no spend challenges and redirect that money for the goals that you have for debt. So, and that includes like cutting back on spending. And sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I'll go like last week I forgot my coffee at home. So I had to end up stopping and get it was like $8 coffee. And I didn't beat myself up because I have my envelope where I have money in there so that if that happens, I can just use that. Don't feel guilty or whatnot. And I don't feel like you should feel guilty getting yourself a coffee because you got to live. You know what I mean? But then again, I think about it. It's like a catch-22. It's like, I'm like, yeah, you got to live. Get your coffee, get your latte, get your cappuccino, your espresso with double shots. But then I'd say, okay, so if I spend $8 every day in the week, that's an extra $40. 5 days. You know what I mean? Just can't. These are the things that I be thinking about. Can't win. Okay. Yeah. So that is what my brain is telling me, processing. And a favorite of mine that I use for, because after I finish this, I will put this towards debt too, along with my coins. So I'm going to show y'all this. So I like to, at the end of the week, I go through my cash envelope wallet that I have for cash spending if I have any dollars or if I have any fives. So y'all, what I do is, I'm going to put this up close. I do my Kauai bill savings. That's what I do. And what I do is the dollar amount goes in here. I'm going to show you. I'm all close up. So if I have extra dollars in my wallet or extra fives, I ended up doing this here. And that, I don't know if this is zooming in or not. And that right there helps me put extra money. So when I get a little bit more cash in here, I will take this and put this towards debt. And then also roll my coins. That will go towards debt also. So that's what I do. That's kind of like a debt jar you can have, because some people have like a jar they just put a bunch of ones. But I just have this little envelope here that I actually do that with. And that's pretty much like my little debt envelope. So at the end of the month, you can send that to your extra to your credit card or whatever debt you're trying to pay off. So, and then like I said, little amounts always adds up, especially when you are being consistent. That's the key, being consistent and being intentional. And I also have to tell myself sometimes that, hey, Tina, you need to be a little bit more intentional. Think, you know what I'm saying? In a couple days or a week or whatnot, is this going to help me? You know what I mean? Is this going to help me? So sometimes you have to think of it and look at it like that. Now let's go to number 4. Automate and make it a non-negotiable. Now, this right here is to pretty much just set up automatic payments for the minimum amounts that's due. So that'll make sure that you do not miss any payments. And I ended up doing this for most of the ones that I have. AEP, I don't know. Sometimes the bill it just throws me off. But anyways, so I'll take and have where the minimum payment, and then after, if you have extra payments, you can always send those electronically from your bank account to whatever card or loan that you are trying to pay. And late fees can kill your progress. So you send an extra $30 in last month, and then this month you didn't do the automated payment, you forgot about it, and then that $30 that you sent in last month, now that $30 has pretty much washed out because you got a $30 fee. So that's what that pretty much means, and that will help eliminate the overdraft. I mean, not the overdraft. It'll help eliminate the late fees that you would get for credit cards. Some people say, I don't know, I don't want my checking to go overdrawn. So I get it. Yeah. And so that's why some people don't automate the payments, because they want to put the money in themselves and they don't have direct deposit. Where some people do have direct deposit where that payment comes out. the direct deposit hits and the payment hits and it washes out. So, and I get it where people say like, no, I don't want to automate it because I have to make sure I keep an eye on everything that goes in and goes out. And you want to pretty much treat your debt payment just like a monthly bill, like your electric bill or your water bill. So you want to make sure that that is just as important as those the 4 walls. Make sure those are just as important as paying those off once you make sure you have those done first. And even if you can only send $20 or $10 or $5 a month, send it. And that's why you guys see I do have a pay it off challenge that I do for my Capital One credit card. That's why you see I use prop money. And prop money is just little play money that I have that I put stickers on, and I just use that as a visual because I'm a visual person and I want that money to hit my credit card as fast as it can. So instead of putting it in my envelope, I just take the money, put it in an envelope, and I send the actual real money off to pay my credit card. And then I use my little tracker that I have here, and I will, y'all, I should have just kept this out, right? And I'm going to show you guys. So, and this is what this is. My pay it off challenge. So this tells me what I'm paying off. And then this here, guys, is just my little funny money that I have. Hold on. Just funny money. It's just money. It's got stickers on it and all this stuff. And it's prop money. Usually people be like, you're not supposed to put stickers on that money. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's prop money. That's prop money. People, it's props, you know? All right. And another thing you can do is also set up alarm notifications, which is on your phone. And I have started to do that too, because whatever goes on my phone, it goes on my watch, and then it'll pop up on my computer, and then also it'll pop up on my iPad. Because sometimes my little son be having my iPad, and he'll have it, and he'll be like, Mom, you got a notification. I'll be like, thank you, bud. And it'll just pop up on everything. So setting alarm notifications and just put debt payment due or debt payment day today, just do that. And that's another thing that'll keep your mind on track for that. Now, tip number 5 is to avoid debt traps. Traps. I can't talk. And this part is just as important as paying off your debt. And this is going to be things not to do while you're paying off debt involved, all in this little tip here. Okay, don't try to keep swiping the credit card that you're trying to pay off, because it's just like on a hamster wheel. You're running and running and running for your life, and you're just going in a circle. So if you're paying off the card, take it, put it in an envelope, put it in a drawer. Some people even put it in ice. They'll put it in a cup of water, put it in the freezer, and keep it frozen, which I think is actually a cool idea. I might do that for one of my cards. That is cool. And don't take on new loans unless it is absolutely necessary. I know some people, they do HELOCs against the home. I'm just so scared of doing that, but they do things like that. And I mean, in everybody's situation is different, so I'm not knocking people that actually do it. It's just, I'm just saying that before you do it, just make sure that it's the right choice for you. Because like I always tell you, what might be a right choice for you, for somebody else might not be the right plan for you at that moment. When you're seeing that they're doing it, you're like, oh, I can do that. And it might look like it might be the right move, but then when you actually do it and when everything's finalized, you're like, this was not the right move that I was supposed to do at all. So just make sure that only take the loans out if it is pretty much necessary for you. Another thing is, don't skip your emergency fund. Even $500 can stop you from adding new debt when something comes up. So instead of if you're putting like chunks and chunks of money, you've already paid like an extra $100, and something comes up that you need an extra $100 for a bill, you have that emergency fund that you can pull from, and you're not using that credit card that you took the cash from. This one is the most important. Do not ignore your weekly budget. And I know sometimes this can be like, having credit card debt, student loan debt can be depressing, because I know some people say like their student loan debt is like $1,700 a month, $1,500, the interest rate, it looks like it's just eating it up. But make sure that you are reviewing your budget weekly. And if you're starting to try to figure out a plan to get debt free, or you're trying to figure out where your money is going, review it in the morning or in the afternoon or at night. Review it. I wouldn't say at night, because if you got a lot of stuff going on, then you ain't gonna be able to sleep. So if it's too much, Do it in the morning and in the afternoon, okay? Or the evening, all right? Remember, I told you that I corrected it. So you don't get out of debt if you keep adding to it. So you want to make sure that you're protecting your progress. So as you can see, paying off debt on a low income is seriously possible. Every extra dollar that you send towards debt is a step closer to freedom. All right, guys, so we are at the end of this video. So let me know in the comments, what are your debt goals? Do you already have them figured out? Did I scare you through this video and you're like, Tina, what is your problem? And if you have not already subscribed to the channel, guys, go ahead and make sure you click on that subscribe button and then also the notification bell to make sure that you don't miss any of the content, low income budgeting, cash stuffing that I upload. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I am so in love. Thank you guys so much. And like I always say, until next time, guys, peace.